Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to round 14 of the Straight Line Motorsports Mazda MX5 Cup Championship here live at Interlagos. I am your host and commentator for today's race, SD_RADZ, and we hopped straight into it apparently. So I had food cooking in the microwave for a little bit, and that's it right there. So we're gonna wait for the race start to hop underway. Dude will take the prime position spot of the lead. Actually, no, that will go to bar 27 because he has just joined in for this race as well. So when do the lights go out? And they go out right about. Let's see if I can do it. No, right about there. So looking back onto the grid. Oh, LA Faggoter having a rather slow start, but I think that's because he's trying to get the slipstream from behind as well. So we'll take an eye out for that. Bar 27, he goes very hard into the corner. Oh my goodness gracious me, and that's a big pile up right there. And I think the lack of the practice for bar 27 has definitely not worked out in his favor. And so it's all of a sudden reshuffle this field, and Palmer, he's hopped into P3. Where has he come from? Holy moly! Oh, that's a mass disconnect from James Head, so that's not good news right there! Oh my goodness! Oh my god, James Head with a disconnect! Oh, that is huge news for the potential. That is huge news for the guy who's trying to chase down a championship lead. That is huge on points. Oh my goodness me, Palmer's trying to take much of a benefit out of this as much as he can. But oh my goodness me, James Head with the disconnect, and that's immediately popped him out of the race. Oh my goodness me. We'll go on board now with the 64 of LA Faggoter. And oh my goodness me, that's a big shock right there. I'm not sure if he left that lobby on his own. I'm going to go back and look for that. Did he? Oh, yes he did. That's a disconnect from James Head. Oh, that is humongous news. Oh, that is good. That is not good news right there for James Head. And so he's typing into the Discord right about now. Oh, that is not going to be good news for him, of course. Well, the good news for James Head is that he's able to get one race win of the weekend, but unfortunately that will, with 0 points for today. Actually, no. Will that be 1 point for him, obviously, because he participated in today's race? I think so, but he'll get something on the board, but that's not good for him, unfortunately. So, we'll take you for third at the moment. Oh, that looks like it's third dude going a bit wide, so we'll leave you on board now with LA Faggoter for a couple minutes. And so that was some bit of racing distance behind the wheel of Elliott Faggoter right there, of course. And then unfortunately for Durdude, he's fallen way behind the pack, so I'm not sure what that is for, but he's fallen way behind off these guys. Palmer moves into first with a comfortable margin to try and attack and capitalize on James Head's disconnect for a race win here. And he's picked up a two, but whoa, is that a very sideways Elliott Faggoter? It definitely was. Oh, what is going on? Was that a car that was around? Why are these guys coming all in? James Head has just joined the room. And so I'm assuming he's going to try and fight his way back into a race restart, maybe? I'm not 100% sure on that. Hairraiser up into second place. Elliott Faggoter up into P3, but these guys have got nearly identical penalties, which is quite unusual for this game. That's something you don't see every day, of course. And now Doug Barrow having to do the hard work after securing P3 in race number 1. 2.3 second penalty. What has he done? Oh my goodness me. What has happened? Oh my god. So James Head's just still here expecting. And so this four-car battle for P number 3 about to cook on off Elliott Faggoter. Actually, no, I state that for P number 2 because Palmer's pretty much just flown away in the distance. So this battle for P number 2, although it's not for a race win, but points are points in this league, so it's going to matter very crucially here in the later stages of the season. So now it's time to max attack while you can. Elliott Faggoter going very wide, and that's going to allow the two Costa Mazdas to skate on by. Elliott Faggoter getting, oh, there was definitely contact right about there, and it's allowing TGIS to get on through. And so now Hairraiser having to do a bit of work. TGIS now doing a bit of work as well. Oh, Jesus. Excuse me for that as well. Doug Barrow going wide. TGIS has moved up into P3 as well. So TGIS, can he secure his first podium of the season? That's the bigger card as well. TGIS, every time he's done one of these races, has not ended up on the podium. And I should point, no, he's definitely, okay, no, he's competing with Drake. Okay, yeah. TGIS would definitely love a podium if he can nab it, of course. That would be great for him. And so he's just trying to stay close to the field that he can. Durdude, where the heck has he come from? And he's come back into this championship fight for the race. I don't mean championship fight, I meant to say race for P number 2, obviously. So he's done himself very well, of course, right there. TGI is dropping down to 5th again after being in 3rd for a little while. Doug Barrow now, 1.7 second penalty, which he's still trying to clear to try and get some valuable points on the board if he can. And so I'm getting an invite for James Head to join on in. And so let me get James Head into the party real quickly. And so he So give some expertise analysis. Yeah, we're gonna invite the expert analysis here on this situation. So nothing has changed since, except Ellie Faggoter still in P2, Doug Barrow P3, TGIS in P4, and Hairraiser P5. And so we do have our guest analysis, James Head, into the party. So welcome, James Head, to the commentary box. It's been a while since you've been here. Actually, it's been about, say, round 5 of the Straight Line Motorsports GT3 Championship at Monza, I believe. Is that correct?
It was, yeah. Pro-Am in Monza. TIGS just trying to go up the inside of there of Doug. Not quite going to happen. But Doug has got a 1.2 second penalty. Palmer, by the way, I think he secured this race pretty much from the outset. With 18 minutes to go, I can't see anybody getting close to him now.
Yeah, he pretty much just got himself into a rhythm where he got away from the rest of the field, and pretty much just from second on down to 6th, I believe, or to 5th. They've been just pretty much in a locked-out duel, and it's just pretty much allowed Palmer to gain 7.6-ish seconds on basically the pack of this race. So Palmer, if he doesn't get Faggoter going, Elliot's car going 360 miles an hour in like circles.
That's exactly what I had when I disconnected, so there's no surprise there, really. Doug trying to go for the move around the outside into turn 1. Elliot coming across to defend the position. Doug trying to go around the outside. Oh, TGIS is just in behind this as well. Hairraiser just in behind, but Elliot defending that position like a very nice.
Doug
gets it.
It looked like Doug Barrow was going to try and force one on the outside, then he went back to the outside for the next corner, which is very, very odd because it's turn 1 and turn number 2. But he's gonna try and make it stick. Like Faggoter. Oh, he just covered off that inside line. Wow, that was close.
Pretty much 3 wide, then down into turn 4.
Oh, yes, it is. Look at that.
This is Hairraiser up the inside.
Oh, he does, and there's contact. Oh, and I think TGIS kept that position somehow, and he's...
second.
Oh, yes, you're... Oh, 3 wide. Oh, that's going to be suicide. Oh, no, never mind.
Oh, thank God he backed off there.
Oh,
Jesus.
Yeah,
I told you I was in this battle now. Goodness me.
Yeah, I said on the live stream, I'll say it again, I saw 4 cars going 4 wide to that corner, and, of course, that did not happen. That didn't end pretty, of course.
Definitely not. Dodo, by the way, has got back into it. So all this battling just beginning to break up. Oh, Doug forcing up Elliot there.
Oh my goodness me. On my screen...
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if there's a bit of desync going on between these two, you know.
Yeah, Doug Barrow's flashing the lights. He didn't like that. On my screen, it looked like Faggoter almost tried to spin him out, and he somehow... Doug Barrow, I don't even know how he did it, but he somehow caught that.
Switchback. Oh, look at TGIS. Look at the run.
Oh, my... Wow! TGIS, where's he come from?
3 wide out of turn 14. This is not going to end well.
You know what? P2, maybe? I don't know. Oh, he's going to force him up there, but he's got another car, Doug Barrow. Doug Barrow's pretty much just cleared off at this rate. And Elliot Faggoter...
got in this as well. Look at Hairraiser.
I'm going to go on board with Hairraiser about... Look at the action right here. 4 cars, 2x2 going into turn number 1.
Oh, yeah, there was a bit of ball thing going on between Doug and Elliot. There's definitely a decent going on there.
Oh, oh my goodness me. I don't... you have to be thinking to yourself, as one of these drivers, how in the heck am I having to deal with this right now? As a driver who's just having to look at this, I'm just thinking to myself, oh my god, if I did this, there's no way there's no way my headache would be here in about 5 minutes into this race, obviously.
Oh, Doug's trying to go around the outside of turn 4, much later on the brakes compared to Elliot.
You know what? He's flipped it back to the inside! What a move that was for Doug Barrow! Wow!
Wow.
What a move that was! TGIS, don't count him out! Oh, I thought he was going to lose 2 positions! Oh my!
That was phenomenal stuff from Doug.
That was great.
Actually, in the first race,
he faked him out super hard. That was great.
Elliot's all over the place. Hairraiser's now got him down the inside.
Oh, Elliot is losing time. Oh, you know what? Oh, what a switchback that was. That was great.
Dirty just sliding on the marbles in behind as well. Goodness me. Oh, this is getting tense.
Yeah, so I'm gonna ask a quick question for those who are watching. As the driver, James, how's the downforce feeling for this car? Is there pretty much just non-existent? I'm pretty sure it's just non-existent in any of these cars, really.
Yeah, it is non-existent. You just got to try and cope with it as best as possible. I mean, these drivers out here are doing a great job out on track. Doug, TGIS, Elliot getting a really good run out of turn 12, running up the hill. But you've got to make sure that you get the gears right coming up this hill, because obviously there is a bit of sea level change. You've got to get the gear right so you can gain more speed off the camber into the final kink here. And that's what we're going to see, I think, with TGIS. He's right in the slipstream with Doug. Elliot in behind, Harris are in behind, Dirty's dropped off. But Doug has served up his penalty, which is quite notable.
Yeah, he has cleared his time penalty, so he won't have to worry as much now in terms of trying to clear it. So, TGI, yeah.
One other contact.
Was there contact?
Yeah, TGIS just taking a little bit too much speed going down into turn 1. Just contacted the rear end of Doug slightly. Nothing to give him off, though.
Yeah, I don't think there's any damage on that 13 Mazda, and so I apologize for that as well. TGIS with a dive to the inside! Can he make it stick for second place? Oh, he's forced the 13 a bit wide. What a run for Elliot! Look at Elliot!
3 wide up the hill.
Yes! One of them's got to back out.
This is phenomenal stuff.
One of them's got to back out. Elliot Fager's not going to definitely back on out. What a move that was for Elliot right there. Wow. You cannot make this up.
That is honestly how you read a scenario really well. Harris has just got through on TGS just in the background as well. Harris is up the 4. TGS losing out big time. Yeah,
I think unfortunately for TGS, it's like he just does so well that all of a sudden
he's going to get him.
Oh, wow, look at that. Yeah, I mean, I think for TGIS, I think it's just that he does very, very well on like a particular part of the race, and then all of a sudden just comes crashing. Oh, there's a bit of contact there. It just all comes crashing down on him, and I mean that literally because Hairzer's literally trying to turn in, trying to stay as close as he can to the racing line.
Oh, this is on the edge stuff right here. This is on the edge stuff.
How would you be feeling if you were in this right about now, James?
If I was in the battle, I'd be trying to get out of it, to be honest.
Yeah.
The best thing to do is beat Palmer, 10.9 seconds ahead. That's the best thing to do in this race.
Yeah, and that's kind of the thing where it's just like about this race, it's just that in these cup cars, it's just like the slipstream, it's like you try and get away, and it's just like the slipstream just completely pulls it back together, and I think that's what these cars are best designed for. Elliot's picked up a 1-second penalty.
Where's he picked up that? Slow down. Oh, it'll be through turn 12. Left-hander, turn 12.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, he's just trying to park the car up into the corner so he doesn't allow the cars behind him on by.
The run of TGS here, he's going to get them both down the straight. You watch. He's going
on board now. Oh, wow, yes, look at that. Elliot's going to cover it. Oh, he's hit him! Oh, he's denied that run! What a move and a block by Elliot.
Oh, that doesn't bode well, I think. That I have a different opinion on that, to be honest.
Yeah, I was about to say, Elliot, I think TGI's made him slightly move to the left a bit more. I think I understand Elliot was trying to cover off that position, of course, but it's like, if he's got to run, it's going to be questionable.
50-50.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
Elliot. I was trying to look around the outside of TGS there. I'm just on board with him. Oh,
Doug Barrow would love it if he was able to get 2 consecutive podium races here, of course.
Switch back! But he's on the outside of the corner. The camera on the corner just fades away. Elliot will have the position.
On board now with the 64 from behind. And it's just super, super dicey stuff. Doug Barrow's going to send it on the inside. He's going to absolutely send it on the inside. What a dive bomb that was, but that's completely clean. And Elliot's still not giving up without a fight. Look at TGIS behind him as well. This battle is going to go one for the ages. Oh, Hairraiser, look at that. On the inside of TGIS.
Oh, my God. Doug on the brakes. Nearly went into the back of Elliot there. He's all out of shape out of turn 12. Goodness me, he's living on the edge at the minute. He's
literally on a thin razor edge at the moment because he's definitely trying to keep a podium position as much as he can, because he would absolutely love it if he's able to get 2 podium races for the weekend, and that would make him happy on points, obviously, just to try and stay within championship contention, of course.
Yeah, of course. I think Elliot obviously is just pulled away now a little bit from Doug. Doug doing a good job, just trying to defend off the Dutchman in fourth. Perez in fifth. Final 8.5 minutes roughly to go. Doug much later on the brakes, nearly careened into the back of Elliot again. And remember, Elliot does have that slowdown penalty, which he is serving up through turn one.
Oh, I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, he's got 3 tenths.
I didn't catch that. Oh, that's very interesting right about now because
He'll serve it up though. The way the cars brake on this track, you will be able to get rid of that slowdown penalty.
Oh, no problem.
Easily.
Yeah, it's you can do it very quickly. Yeah, just like that. Oh, there was definitely contact. Elliot was ghosted. He parked at mid-corner, and Doug Barrow had nowhere to go but just right into the back of him.
Yeah, he had a right slider out of turn 4, lost the back end through turn 4. That's probably why we saw the contact there.
Oh, for sure. Elliot served that time penalty, so he's held on to that position. This is a great battle as well. Oh, Doug Barrow, aggressive switchback. Can he make the move stick? Maybe nothing to do there. Oh, he's picked up he's got the nose on the inside. Oh, TGIS though. TGIS on the inside, and he's gonna.
Doug will have the run though.
Elliot's gonna cover the inside. Actually, not. He doesn't. What? Oh, Doug Barrow forced a bit much onto the curbs. Oh,
TGS has got the run.
Oh, look at this
corner. He's gonna get it.
He's definitely got it.
Yeah, brilliant reading the situation again there from the Dutchman.
Yeah, he's playing his cards very, very well. It's like, you know, if he's not able to
Jesus, Perez had a right moment at the final corner. Sorry.
Yeah, I was about to say TGIS. He's not the quickest racer, and he's not able to get race wins, unfortunately. But he's playing his cards rather right here, and if he's able to hold on, he can be able to get his first podium of the season, which he would absolutely love, and that would build his confidence going forward into the remainder of this championship.
Yeah, Doug right on the back, running down the straight, 3 tenths of a second. I think Elliot is just going to hold the advantage down into turn 1, though. Yeah, he will. He'll hold the inside line. Doug trying to come around the outside, shooting it into turn 1. He's run up the corner. I think it's just going to be Elliot's position.
See, this is what I like about these Mazda Cup cars, because I think, excuse me again, I think what they're specifically designed for is just pretty much just this. It's just close racing, not a lot of speed, and it's pretty much just relying on the slipstream, of course. And if you get off, like Palmer has, you get off, you're gone.
I know. How far is he ahead now? Let's have a look. 13.2 seconds. And he's got 4/10 penalty, actually.
Yeah, he's picked that up at somewhere. Oh, Elliot's gone a bit wide. TGI's and Hair Razor have all gone wide. 5/10 penalties all coming in for Hair Razor. And, 1 second penalty for Hair Razor. And penalties for Glorious. Yeah, Doug Barrow's
Sorry, go on.
I was about to say, Doug Barrow's benefited from all of that because 3 out of the 4 cars in that battle just went wide, and it's gained him time penalties. Doug Barrow's definitely benefited from all of that, of course.
Yeah, TGS, I was just going to come on to it, has already served up that penalty, though. He already served it up on the run-up towards turn 6, that was.
Yeah, he's done it very, very quickly as well.
Oh, Elliot down the inside! Oh, my God! Can he get the move done? I don't think he can.
No,
he can't.
Yeah.
That was a good try, though.
Yeah, tighter line, and it's not going to work out. Doug Barrow had the better racing momentum out of the corner. And so, Elliot Fagener, we only have 5 minutes left of this race. So, James said this is going to get very, very dicey indeed for the final minutes of this race.
This has gone by so quick, honestly.
Oh, for a fact.
Unbelievable. Doug, though, is going to defend the position off Elliot because, honestly, these two behind them are going to be right on the tail, and with the little gap now breaking between TGS and Hair Razor could have a bit of an inkling in for the podium. I would want to be in Hair Razor's position right now. Yeah,
I'm going to put 4 questions right on the table right about now. Can Doug Barrow sweep the weekend with 2 podiums? Can Elliot Fagener break the shambles from race 1 and be able to break through for a podium this weekend?
Down the inside at turn 1, he's got it.
Yeah, he's done it. He's done. Wow, that was a sweet little move. And there's gonna be. Doug Barrow. Look at TGIS. Look at TGIS. Gonna be sitting.
Look at Hair Razor. I've told you.
Hair Razor. He's got a major run. He's had to slow down though.
Touch the inside, man. Touch the inside.
I think he's gonna cover that inside line. 3 wide.
Oh my God.
4 wide. 4 wide going to turn number 4.
Oh, this is on the edge stuff.
This is amazing. TGIS back in the P3! Can TGIS break through for his first podium of the season? Doug Barrows rewind again, going to turn number 6! Oh, he's backed out of that one.
I've got my hand in my head right now. I don't want to watch.
Oh, do I put the controller down and just hope for the best?
Elliot's now pulling away. Elliot's beginning to pull away.
Oh, TGIS with a major kick of oversteer. Oh, man.
Perez has read that situation beautifully and saw it round the outside of TGS. That was a great move by Perez, and nonetheless, with the little bit of moment that he had, the Dutchman.
Yeah, this is an exciting race right here. Elliot Fagner, all he has to do is pretty much just hold on for his life. I'm assuming one of these drivers definitely has a brown stain in the driver's seat, or in the driver's suit somewhere, one of these drivers, of course. So.
Oh, yeah. And just an interesting point that I've just picked up on, last lap around, Palmer was actually quicker than the 4 guys behind him, set the new fastest lap of the race with a 2:04.5. So that's an interesting stat to note.
Yeah, Palmer's just pretty much just gone. He's just gone at this rate. There's just no one that's going to capitalize on him, just trying to harm him for a potential race win. He's got to make 2 more laps work out, but Elliot Fagner, who you said pull out...
Getting to pick up again.
Ooh, you know what? Elliot Fagner not making a move. He's going to move slightly to the inside. Oh, Doug Barrow! Oh, I thought Doug Barrow had it for a second, and I think Elliot Fagner might have had it one smidge later on the brakes than he did. And I think he read that play massively nice.
Doug taking the inside line here. That is going to get him time through the corner. Elliot could be quite vulnerable here. Look at Hairdresser on the back as well. And TGIS. This is not over with by any stretch of the imagination.
I'll tell you what, I think these podium interviews are going to be very, very, very interesting nonetheless for 2 of these 4 drivers that are going to somehow make it onto the top step of the podium. And
Harris has had a bit of a moment.
Oh, yes, he is.
Oh, that's perfectly down the inside. That was great stuff.
I'll tell you what, I think TGIS is waiting to play the ace of spades right about now because he's playing these cards very, very nicely right about here. And if he can get his first podium of the season, that would most certainly build his confidence, of course. And I should keep in mind now, if Palmer and TGIS are teammates, if TGIS can sneak it up into second somehow, that would be great. That'd be great for them, obviously. I think it was that a dive bomb I thought I saw.
Yeah, Hairdresser just contacting the back end of TGIS there. Much later on the brakes, just contact. They stay as they are.
Oh, Doug Barrow on the inside. Oh, nothing doing there. And it's going to come down to... And I think all of a sudden it's going to come down to musical chairs and whenever the... Jesus, I'm tongue twisting myself. My God. Sorry, James. Let me rephrase that. So that all of a sudden we're gonna have musical chairs playing, and when the music stops is when the podium spots are finishing. TGIS with the run of the century, maybe on Doug Barrow.
Oh, this is going to be quite an aggressive final lap. So get your popcorn at the ready because this is going to be.
I've got
something to watch.
I've got a drink. I've got food. Oh, I'm ready.
I've got some Star Mix over the way. Then I've got some Hotel Chocolat. Lovely.
There you go.
Final lap.
Right, 20 seconds ago. These guys will have one more lap to duke it out, and like I said, musical chairs will be at its finest. Ooh, Elliot Fagner somehow. Oh, there's contact. I think. Oh, TGIS. Don't count him out. Hair Razor though.
Hair Razor.
2 by 2. 2 by 2. These guys are still going at it. It is 2 by 2 action. On board with Doug Barrow for second place. This is great stuff. I think he's getting a bit of a toe from his. Yeah, he's getting a bit of a run from his teammate as well to try and boost him up into second place.
Hair Razor. TGS. No way is he going to do this.
No way is he going to do it.
He could get 3. He could get 3.
This is amazing stuff from TGIS! Oh my God! This is unbelievable stuff! Oh, there's contact! Elliot Fagner!
He's got it!
No freaking way! Barr will come home for 7th place. Oh my God! He's just gonna force it! Oh my goodness! Everyone's going wide! Oh my God! Oh my goodness me! Now, I'm not sure if Elliot Fagner pulled the dive bomb in the century right out there, but I think that's going to have to be investigated in some way.
Doug's gone into the back of Hairdresser slightly there. Goodness me, the 2 teammates nearly making contact. Hell for leather. Palmer is about to come across the line, by the way. out of all of this, 16.8 seconds ahead.
So we'll quickly turn our attention to the race leader, SLM Palmer, who's pretty much just dominated this day from second to last on the grid and just not even looking back. And he will come home for a race win. Yeah, he's definitely going to be happy with that, taking the championship lead and continuing that streak as well. Now back quickly.
He's going to hang on for second.
Elliot Fagner will hold on for position number 2, and for the first time this season, it has been a remarkable season, but coming to the start-finish line, TGIS 78 will get his first podium of the season in the 78! Oh, what an abysmal day for the Costa Mazdas, who were doing super, super well early on, and unfortunately, it just all went to shambles. Everyone picks up a penalty at some point in this race. What a great day. And what a race that was. Palmer grabbing that win. 6 positions as well. Fastest lap, clean race, and a race win. What a race that was. Great racing all around.
For TGS and all of that, because he pulled off the move of the season.
Oh,
far.
That was great. I'm having to say, I'm saving that replay because I'm definitely want to take a look at that, of course. Oh, that would have been amazing right there. All right, let's see. Let's invite our podium finishers now. Elliot, Palmer, and TJIS. I think Palmer has to be absolutely on flames right about now for his teammate. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Say second-ish, maybe? I don't know. But what a race that was, seriously. And I'm looking at the lap charts right now and just... Oh, you want to look at the lap charts real quickly, James said, just to see how up and down it was for the battle of this race.
I can't really get that up. Don't know why, but I can't get it up.
Go to lap charts and go by... click on one of the drivers, and you can scroll left and right. So you should be able to get that. So while we're doing that, we will commence our podium interviews, and we will once again have another interview with SLM Palmer, who takes a dominating race 2 win of the weekend. Palmer, of course, you didn't have to worry about much going forward into this race. How do you feel about your easy race win here, rather, for today?
Well, not really much to say from that race. It's pretty boring, but I prefer boring to being absolutely bonkers. Yeah, of course, there was probably a lot going on behind me. Yeah, like I said, not really much to say about that race.
Yeah, I'd say that the race for you was kind of for you to just kind of relax, cruise down a little bit, and of course you still maintain your championship lead after everything. And then all this is provisional, ladies and gentlemen, so do not clarify me on that right now. We will get to that as soon as we have it in front of our eyes. But Palmer, of course, like I said, you maintain the championship lead as well. Do you want to continue keeping this momentum into the latter half of the season?
I mean, of course.
And that's an easy question, said than done. But we will move on to Elliot Fagner now. P number 2, second place, of course. And Elliot Fagner, that 4-car battle did not come easy for you to get that second place as well. How do you feel about after that race?
That was tough. That was so tough. Coming into this race again with no practice whatsoever. Full of points in the second race.
Yeah, and obviously you're still trying to get back up with SLM Palmer to obviously take back the championship lead, of course. What's the game plan, of course, trying to go into next weekend's set of races, which will be at Lago Maggiore?
So, I don't really have a game plan. There's just certain drivers that I feel I may need to avoid. I do feel that there was a lot of racing further back from the top guys that was questionable to favour the guys up front. But no, it's just you know, if you're going to race with people, race with the people that you can do, and don't fight with those that you know you're going to lose out on. So just keep taking points.
Yeah, and obviously, it looked like a very scrappy race for you as well. I'm actually going to turn the tables over to James right now. And James, I assume you want to ask some questions to our podium finishers right now.
Yeah, Palmer, how was it out there? Because seriously, I think it was probably one of the most boring things I've ever seen. Somebody being 17 seconds ahead, winning the race.
Yeah, definitely the most easiest race ever. I guess now I know what it feels like to be Sebastian Vettel in 2013. Yeah, yeah, just not really much to say. You know, not very much action, but you know, at least there was action behind.
Yeah, at what point did you think in that race that you'd had it secured?
I don't know, to be honest. As soon as I saw like the gap get to about 4 and 5 seconds, and like every lap it growing, I just thought, you know, it's gonna be quite an easy win. Of course, I still had it at the back of my head, like, what if I make mistakes, kind of like what happened at Brands Hatch. But luckily, of course, it's quite an easy track compared to Brands Hatch, and yeah, luckily I managed to take the win and bring it home.
And I mean, yeah, full credit to you, because in the first race it wasn't easy for me either to win that. For you and Doug to be on my tail pretty much the whole race. Again, full credit to you. I'll turn it over to Elliot. Elliot, what did you make of the driving out there tonight?
Push another one over to the other side of the circuit. To push someone off the racing line is not good. It's not right. But that's all I'm going to say about it. I think the stewards need to have a look at it, and you know, you'd think that after, I won't name names, but everyone knows who it's going to be. But after a race ban in the GT3 category, you'd think that you'd have learned your errors and tried to move on with it. But that's all I'm going to say, and just leave it to the stewards to have a look.
Yeah, I've got to say, from my point of view, and you want to try and do your best. You don't try and push everyone out of the way to try and get the best result you can. You drive cleanly, fairly, competitively, and that's how the league should be run. Simple as that.
Agreed.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you on that as well. We will take a look at the incident as well. And I'm seriously wanting to interview TGIs. I swear to God, I definitely really want to. So if you are all trying to get them in here, I'd say definitely do so, because I definitely want to try and get them in here. So I'm going to open up the... Yeah, yeah, he's saying come to his party, so I'm going to quickly go to his party real quickly, so I will be back. And so, where is TGIS? There is TGIS right out there. And so, we're kind of on our way in, and hopefully everything goes as planned. And TGIS, I hope you can hear me, of course. Are you able to hear me, bud?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, so I really don't know how to start this off, obviously.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm just going to go straight into it. It's been a very long season for you so far, but you finally broke through it, and you finally did it, your first podium of the season. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I feel quite good about it. Obviously, I'm running my special livery for this week, so maybe that gave a bit of power. Also, for the first time, I wore gloves, so maybe that helped.
Yeah, gloves are usually good. Of course, I usually wear them on go-karting as well, and it really helps out very well. But obviously, I think you did yourself very, very well. And of course, that 4-car battle, how do you feel about after battling with basically 3 other people in that race as well?
Well, yeah, I think we all can agree if we say that it was a bit too aggressive from every driver's side. But it was a good battle.
Yeah, a lot of the stewards are saying it was a bit of aggressive battles as well, and that's probably going to need penalties as well. But we will get that after the stream as well. One more thing as well, Bud. Are you trying to take this momentum going forward into the rest of the season to try and hopefully capture more podium finishes or even a race win?
Yeah, of course. I mean, why would I say no to that?
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, grabbing his first podium of the season, TGIS 78, and it was a very, very, very long coming, of course, and it took him over half the season to do it, and it's very, very much hard commitment to be able to do that. So, congratulations to Palmer, Elliott, and TGIS for their respective finishes, and for everyone that competed today in the Mazda MX5 Cup Championship by the Straight Line Motorsports League. If you enjoy these leagues, we will have a GT3 race next weekend at the Nürburgring, and of course, in about 2 weeks' time, we will take on the Lago Maggiore circuit in the middle of Italy, and so we hope you tune in for that as well. If you enjoyed it, I've been host and commentator for today's set of races, STM_RGZ, and we will see you guys next time.